Complex engineer, yeah. Welcome to episode 2 of our Monorepo series using Pants or Pants build. Last video we installed Pants and we showed how to install this locally, how to set up Pants locally. We set up our requirement text and we just set up a few things. One of the things I forgot to mention was when you install this file getpants.sh, you have to set up bin to your environment variable. You have to let your environment variable know the location where pants is, else pants will say that pants is not found. And the way to do this is I'll just show how you can do this with Zush. So you could open .zshrc, I think. And once you open that, just uncomment this line, and then everything inside local bin will be seen as your environment variable. And once you're done, you just source this file and it will reload this file. On Windows, you just go to your environment variable and ensure that you add this to your environment variable, because that's where it's going to be installed. So you add your home directory and then this to your environment variable. So that would then know that where to find pants. The other thing I forgot to mention too in the previous video was pants needs to know the version of Python to work with, and you need to add Python and then add your interpreter to this to say what version of Python you're trying to work with, right? I also added SQL Alchemy just for ease. This is great for us to use, okay? So I went ahead and I set up the project. I added the database connection. This is just where the database will live. This is just saying the engine that we want to work with, and then this is just a session. The main.file.py is pretty straightforward. It's just a fast API. We include all the routers. We create all the tables that we need, and we set up the application. Okay. The models just contain the table. We are using an ORM SQL Alchemy. This is just a mapping to the tables, right? It has an ID, has a title, and a description. Then we convert this to a dictionary just for ease whenever we call this function. The router has a post endpoint for creating a new path or a new task, a get endpoint, getting task, update, and delete. Pretty standard stuff. Then we have services that does all our logic here, all very standard. So let's see how we can use pants to continue building, right? To test, to format, to lint, and do more stuff. So if you come to pants here, I added these three. Pants uses this idea of backend packages. Backend packages are just plugins that you add to pants to add more capabilities, right? So this is saying pants, I want to be able to use Python within my project. And this is linting, this is also linting, and this is also linting. You'll be able to find all of this in the pants.org, pantsbuild.org website. So let me just show that to you quickly. So if you come to the website here and you do, you scroll down, you do linters and formatters, you'll see that you can do linting, you can do formatting, and you'll see all the backend that you could use for that. So for now, I just added these ones because I think they're pretty basic. Linting for Band-Aids and black and isort. You could, add more as you want. Okay, so Pants has this idea called Tailor, What Tailor does is it will go through your project and then create a build target. A target is essentially what you want to run your command against. So let's say I want to build a wheel file. It knows that, okay, this chunk of code uses wheel file. Or let's say I want to build a PEX file, it knows how to do that. Or a Docker file, it knows how to do that. Or if I want to run, it knows how to do that. So that's what a target is. And for Pants to be able to do that, it needs to go through your repository and create build files. So let's go ahead and create the build files automatically using Pants. In a tool like Bazel, you have to manually create this. But in Pants understands all your dependencies. So you say Pants tailor everything. Good, this is good. So we see that this added build file for our requirement.txt, and this also added a build file here for our source code. So this is really good. The next thing is, let's try to run this application without using Pants, just so we have a feel of how the application works. So I created this launch.json inside a .vscode folder, and I just specify my current working directory to this place, and then I specify main.py where my entry point is, and let's run this and see how the application works. So I'll come here, run, click run. So the application is running on this port. Let's try to hit the endpoint and see how it works. So on my IDE, I use Thunder Client. So click Thunder Client. Thunder Client is just Thunder Client is just a HTTP client you could use to test your endpoint. So I click this, and this is running on port 80, and I just want to do a post, and this is the description I want to post, and this is the title. So let's try to hit this endpoint and see what happens. So I'll close this. So we're able to save this, which is good, which is nice. So we can also retrieve this. Let's create a new request. Thunder Client changed their terms and conditions. If you haven't read this, good read. So let's create a new request, and we'll do a get request. Let's just copy this. I want to get all the task, and you see this returns to us all the task. So at a high level, this is just a simple HTTP endpoint. So you could do update, you could do delete, you could do whatever you want to do with this. Now this is great. This application works without Pants. Now let's see the value that Pants provides with this. Okay, so I'll just come here to my application, and now that we've added Pants to this, we've added linting, we've added formatting. Let's see how we can lint, let's see how we can format. Okay, so for some weird reason it brought me into this current path, so I'll just go one level up. Okay, or 2 levels up. Great. So let's see how we can lint with Pants. So I'll just mess this up. Okay, and also mess this up. So for us to lint with Pants, we'll say Pants. Let's format first. We'll say Pants format everything. And if you notice, it only formatted the files that changed. And this is really good. This is one of the benefits of Pants. because it works on only changed files. It has cache, and if you run against a large code base that has lots of tests or even long running tests, it will only run on what has changed, right? So imagine you have a monorepo and you have like 10 teams working on that monorepo. You don't need to run the entire test every time. You don't need to lint every time. You only need to lint or format on what has changed. And this is one of the benefits of pants. So we see that it lints the thing that has changed for us. So let's run linting on this. So say pants lint everything. Good. So we're able to lint everything. There are no errors. Everything's fine. If there was error, this would have told us there was an error. Yeah. Well, I guess I write clean code. Let's change this file and then let's run the command again. So you see it ran against this command and it told me that my formatting has failed, right? So let's fix this with pants. So we'll say format and then we'll say lint. So it's going to run this too. I was going to run format and then it's going to run lint. But notice that it's only running against what I have changed, right? And this is the benefit of pants. Good. And this is great. So let's update our roadmap. So go to our README. So we've done this, done this. So before we conclude this video, let's run the application using pants. So say pants run, and then we specify the location of our main file. So there's task API, and then this is where our main.py lives. So let's run this. Good. So we get this error that says .env is not installed, right? Pants can't find this .env. So let's make sure that this is added to our requirement.txt. Yeah. So I'll clear this and then I'll say pip freeze everything into so this will add all our third-party dependencies into this file. And let's see. Good. So it updated this. So that's great. So let's run the command again. Let's see. So you see pants is able to know the dependencies. I don't need to specify what the dependencies are. Pants automatically know the dependencies. So this is running on port 80, and then I can go to Thunder clients, do the same thing I was doing before, and I can run this post, and I can run get, and we see that everything works the way it should. Let's also see if we can create a dependency graph just to see what's dependent on what, and then we'll wrap up this video. We can stop this. So to show dependencies, we'll use this command. So we'll say pants dependencies and all the transitive dependencies. So we can say dependencies and let's use two things. So let's see what is dependent on this. Good. So we checked everything that is dependent on this task API, and we see that these are the things that are dependent on the task API, and these are the third-party dependencies, and this is really good because now you can know how to make updates, you know what's dependent on what. We can even take this a step further, convert this to a graph and be able to visualize this. These are some of the benefits that Pants provide out of the box. We'll conclude this video now, and the next video will add tests. We'll also add Docker so we can build, and we'll also push this to a Docker registry, and then we'll also deploy this probably to GCP. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.